Good day, everyone. My name is Kevin Spooner, and I'm here to introduce my business partner um, that has been helping me lead this international expansion of what we feel like is the biggest breakthrough in the history of human health and wellness. Um, man, it's hard to even share with you folks how significant this breakthrough really is. And so, Jeannie Grosso is going to try and share as much as she can in 25 minutes here. Um, and we'll let her go from there. Here's Jeannie.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for the introduction. And I just want to start out by saying thank you for spending your time with us today. I'm going to go through this fairly quickly pace, and then at the end, I'll open it up for any last questions and we can go from there. I just wanted to say that I'm no different than you. I figured out very quickly when I was in the corporate world that I didn't want to have a boss. I wanted to have some more freedom and work for myself. So I did start my own business back over 30 years ago, and I entered the health and wellness space. And I used to have a former wellness center in Fort Lauderdale for 18 years. And then I realized something else really quickly. When I didn't work, I didn't get paid. So the business actually owned me. So ever since then, I've become a mom, a single mom for the last 17 years almost now. And I was looking for ways to generate another income stream from home or that I can leverage and stay home with my son. So that's why I came into this industry a number of years ago. And I feel so fortunate to be a part of this mission, this movement in the world. Because I realize that most people, about 60 to 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And one of the first things on their mind is how do I afford the things that I want to afford and how do I create more freedom in my life? So just like the reason you're on here, a friend of mine shared this with me. And one thing she said to me is that she found something. And I said, "What do you mean you found something?" And she said, "I can't explain it. You just have to see it." So I saw the founder speak for 30 minutes and I started to tear up because it was so profound. So, what I'm going to show you today in a very quick pace is a little bit about our industry, which is massive, the company and who's behind it, the technology, which is set to be the most disruptive thing that you've ever seen in the industry, literally game changing, our initial flagship products and how to plug into them, how everybody on the planet needs what we have, and we have no competition in this space, the timing and where we're going in the next 3 to 5 to 10 years. And I'm going to touch on how this rolls out globally to generate residual income that you can leverage by just inviting people to take a look at what you're about to see here. So the health and wellness industry is huge. It's now currently a $6.5 trillion industry annually, growing to 9 trillion very rapidly in the next few years. And Numi is perfectly positioned at the forefront of all this growth because of the breakthrough technology we have. We will literally be leading the growth curve. We were founded on 7/7/21, right in the middle of the COVID pandemic, when people were losing their jobs, losing their businesses, and the world was in economic devastation. We were doubling our revenue each year since launching. We launched in 15 countries out the gate, and now we're already positioned to enter 75 countries on the ground. So our company was founded by Stephen K. Scott. He has generated billions of dollars in revenue in his career by finding breakthrough products. He was actually known by Larry King as the breakthrough billion-dollar business builder. And his specialty was finding these products. Breakthrough is something that is more effective and efficient than anything else on the market. So he would purchase the patents and the rights, then he would be the writer, producer, and director of the very first infomercial that was known in a 35-year career. One of the most famous ones that he took part in was the Total Gym with Chuck Norris and Christy Brinkley. Other ones like Deal a Meal with Richard Simmons, Hair Care with Cher. He worked with 93 celebrities, but he never forgot what a triple board certified scientist from the Mayo Clinic told him in 2006. If you could find a way to develop uh, a way to deliver glutathione directly into the cells, then you will have the most significant breakthrough in health and wellness, helping people regenerate their cells quicker, quicker recovery, better performance, and look and feel younger longer. So longevity is a big part of what this company stands for. So he invested millions of dollars over a decade. No one could crack the code because it's never been done in history. And then in 2018, he met a nanoscientist named Bert Wanacott who cracked the code. He's the genius behind this breakthrough that you're about to see. So originally, when they got started, it started out as a retail product. He actually sold $1 million in one day on a network. But with the COVID pandemic, that shut down a lot of retail, as people know. So he partnered with Aaron Rennert, who is our president and CEO, who has 30 years experience in bringing this to the global market. Now, this is something very unique in any industry, in health and wellness, even in pharmaceuticals. We have a science and medical advisory board that consists of 21 doctors and scientists from all over the world serving voluntarily. We're honored to have these world-renowned medical professionals contributing to the expertise, their support with their decades of experience and reputation on the line because this breakthrough is so profound. And these are just a few of them. You can go right to the hydrostat.com or the newme.com website, and you can literally look at their entire bios. We have doctors from Harvard, from Stanford, from Mayo Clinic, from Sloan Kettering Memorial Cancer Research Center, Cleveland Clinic, top university specializing in biochemistry, immunology, cardiology. We have metabolic medicine. We have genetic and regenerative medicine, sports medicine. We have chiropractic physicians, and many of these physicians that are in practice, their patients don't leave without this product. That's how significant it is, because it is that foundational and that key to health, the way your body can recover and your life itself. Now, the founder was getting a little bit weary, and so was I, when people and scientists and doctors flat out didn't even believe that this is possible. And I can understand that because it's never been done in the history of the world before. And we're talking about intracellular delivery. No one's talking about that. They talk about bioavailability, they talk about absorption, but where? Where? Into the bloodstream. If it doesn't penetrate the cell, it's not utilized by the cell. So they chose one of the most sophisticated labs in the world, Eurofins Scientific. They operate over 900 laboratories in more than 60 countries, 63,000 employees. They perform hundreds of millions of tests a year since 1987. And in the study, it's not released yet, but it was done around 6 months ago. The cellular uptake study demonstrated that our technology, hydrostat technology, showed measurable intracellular glutathione delivery within 5 minutes. And 5 minutes is their lowest mechanism against the comparison products, IV therapy and liposomal. The top brands never entered the cell membrane. So the final report is under legal review before the public release. So as we know, and nutritional supplementation has been around for, I think, 70 or so years now. Well, there's always been an issue. And the problem with nutritional supplementation is absorption. And in pills and capsule form, again, the science is showing that only 10 to 20% are even absorbable in the bloodstream. And if it ever reaches a cell, that would be a wonderful thing, but that has never been shown to be true. So our groundbreaking solution is called hydrostat molecular encapsulation technology. This is the world's first and only technology that has solved the issue of nutrient absorption directly into the cells intact. We know it's in the first pass of circulation, which is 70 to 80 seconds. It bypasses the digestive system entirely and even crosses the blood-brain barrier. And NUMI holds the exclusive rights to this proprietary technology and the patented formulations. Now, here's the three key differences behind our delivery method. The first part of it is the water mechanism. The secret to this technology is in the ultra purified water molecules, 40% purer than the hospital IV solutions. This water is restructured, and they also nanosize the particles under 10 nanometers and encapsulate it into the structured water molecule. So what that little ball here is demonstrating, the cell membrane is 100 nanometers in diameter. But to get into a cell, you have to get into the pore side of the cell, and that's only 10 nanometers. Now, every other product on the market, whether it's liposoma or whatever delivery technology, the most they can really get it down to that we've seen so far is about 50 nanometers. So as you can see, no matter what form glutathione's in, if it's not nano-sized, and then if it's not capsulated in water like our technology, it's not going to enter the cytoplasm. It's not going to do it. But because ours is, that it increases the surface area up to 200 times greater than if it was not treated with this. So the cells can only absorb what they can touch. So this is really important. And this is taken orally through the mucosa. So you swish it in your mouth, you for minimum 30 seconds, a minute or two, and you swallow it. You can also spray it on your skin, and it goes through every layer of skin. Being a former esthetician of 30 years, there isn't a single product or technology that can get nutrients through every layer of skin. It's going to be years before people even know this exists. And that's why I'm so excited about showing you this now, because timing and positioning are everything in business. This is like getting the biggest stock tip of the universe, and you are hearing about this years and decades before most doctors and scientists will even hear about it. So now that we have the most effective, efficient, and economical form of nutrient delivery technology in the world, let's talk about our key ingredient, which is also known as God's miracle molecule, glutathione. Now, glutathione is the most important molecule needed for cellular protection and detoxification. It's the most important antioxidant and it's also the premier peptide that the body needs to combat free radical toxins and oxidative stress that we're exposed to every single day. Glutathione is literally manufactured in every cell of your body. It's 1,000 times more prevalent in the liver cells. So the problem about glutathione is it's extremely fragile. It gets destroyed in the digestive process in pills and capsule form. And the problem with liposomal is a fat molecule. A fat molecule it's a lipid, so it cannot penetrate a cell because it's too large and potentially toxic to a cell. The cell needs water, it needs hydration. And being structured water, we have literally, this is like the trinity of all things of delivery mechanisms. Pill forms are completely destroyed in the digestive system, and only the particles might break down in your body can absorb some of it. But those forms are actually 3 to 4 times more expensive than what you're about to see here. Another problem is the half-life of glutathione in any form is only 90 minutes. So that would mean you would need a costly IV every day or 2 days just to maintain higher levels of glutathione. And that's why this technology is so disruptive. Now, glutathione has over 400 known functions. 15 of those functions are critical for all life on Earth, all plants, all trees, all animals, and all people. The top three functions are it's the master antioxidant. All the other antioxidants cannot be absorbed without enough glutathione present. It recycles them. So they get utilized in full. Now, the other, I think it's the most important function of glutathione. It's the sole protector of the immune system, of the mitochondrial DNA. It's literally the transfer agent that binds to the red blood cells and carries the oxygen from the blood into the cell. And if you think about what happened over COVID, people got pneumonia, couldn't breathe, and even on life support, or they still die. Why? Because there was no oxygen transporting into their brain cells, into their lung cells. Okay, their liver was overwhelmed with toxins. And even though glutathione is produced and manufactured in the liver, when you're so bombarded, then where does it go? And that's what happened. So it's also the primary detoxifier of the cell from within the cell. So all these extra cleansings and fasting, that's great, but this is intracellular. So this is working from the inside the cell out, and the spray works from the outside in. So we've got toxins in the air and the water and the food, what we absorb through our skin, and the dangerous toxins from 5G and EMF and Wi-Fi. So here's another problem. Just like stem cells, just like collagen, at the age around 20, 21, our glutathione levels peak. And then they start depleting about 10 to 15% per decade. By the age of 40, we can't even produce enough glutathione to combat the increasing oxidative stress. That's the blue line. So by the age of 60, this is where it intersects. We've already lost half of our glutathione levels, while oxidative stress keeps rising. This is almost a mirror. Do you understand the problem now? This is why people can't heal no matter what they're doing. With their diet, their fasting, all the night nutrition, you can't get over that hump without addressing it intracellular. So in addition to aging, there's another dozen other factors that are depleting our glutathione right now. Interestingly enough, the root cause of all disease, toxins, oxidative stress, and nutrient deficiencies are that single-handedly what glutathione combats all three. So medications, they lower the glutathione, specifically Tylenol, over-the-counter medications. The genetic variants in diseases, it's a vicious cycle. You can go to pubmed.gov, put in glutathione in any single disease, any kind of bacterial and viral infection, and you are going to see over 202,000 peer-reviewed studies. You can ask Google, what is the top 10 benefits of glutathione? And you're going to see every disease class. Why? Because all these disease classes root at the same things, toxins and oxidative stress and nutrient deficiencies. They can be reduced to anything. So low glutathione levels lead to disease. Disease lowers your glutathione levels, and no one can get off this hamster wheel. Then you add on top of it 5G, Wi-Fi, EMF, solar, flying in a plane. This is great for jet lag. Yeah, that's cosmic radiation. We have solar panels, electric cars. You're getting radiation from that. Of course, smoking, drinking, extreme exercise, lack of sleep, and overexposure to the sun all deplete your glutathione levels. Our flagship product is called NutraSwish. This is what our founder wants to see in every single household in the world. And when you really grasp what we have here, you're going to say, you're not only going to think of 5, 10 people that need this, every single person on the planet needs this. So we're the first people to have it. No one else has it. So the first thing people will notice, you're going to take a teaspoon. That's it. It's 1 capful. You swish it in your mouth. We like to do a minute or two. You swallow it. If you don't want to swallow it, spit it out. Doesn't matter. It's already through the mucosa. Okay, it goes through the in and out of the blood, cross the blood-brain barrier, directly into the cell membrane. You're going to help with, for me anyway, instant cognition, better clarity, focus. You're going to recover quicker, so you're going to perform better. You're going to sleep deeper. Some people have reported dreams like deep REM sleep, joint support, reducing inflammation, detoxification effects, okay, rapid recovery. What you can't see is the most important, immune system boosting. So this formula is patented. So all of our formulas, some of them might not have the patents yet, so they're patent pending. So think about this for a minute. There's over 8 billion people on the planet, and everyone has depleted glutathione levels, the adults, and then any children that have any kind of adverse health effects, they obviously have low glutathione too. So because it's in water, there's no need to ever take a break from these products. Okay, this contains glutathione, L-cysteine, you might know it as NAC. This is the pure form, curcumin, and vitamin C. That's it. Now, this is just one example of athletes. This is the performance and recovery edge. The testimonies are enormous for athletes. And this is Bill Gillespie. He's the former strength and conditioning coach of the Seattle Seahawks and Liberty University. He was an amateur weightlifter. He hit the world record at age 48. He started to decline with age. He started this product at 59 and a half, and he broke all world records. He retired at 62. Why did he do that? The only way you could possibly do that is to combat the oxidative stress so your body can perform better. So we are True Shield certified, which is international, so that we can have pro teams and pro athletes, Olympic athletes on this product, and they know they qualify any anti-doping. So the other part of the breakthrough is Numi Skin Spray, which delivers the glutathione, L-cysteine, curcumin, and vitamin C, but it has two other special ingredients in it, collagen and hyaluronic acid. Now, in skincare, those are the secret ingredients. Hyaluronic acid holds its weight in water up to 1,000 times greater than if it wasn't there. And everything is about hydration on a cellular level. And that's why it's so big. There's nothing else in the world that can do anything like this at this point in time. This is for every single skin condition. There's no contraindication whatsoever. There's no need to take a break. This is one testimony because I have many, but we're only going to go through for lack of time. And I can send people videos and testimonials. And this is just one. 7 weeks. She's 59 years old. No cosmetic work done at all. Swish and spray. That's it. Now we have the next product. This is literally a brain game changer. This delivers 14 proven brain nutrients. Proven, when I say proven to prevent and reverse cognitive decline, these nutrients, not our product, the nutrients are already scientifically proven. And this is certified by the American Brain Council, which is abcbrain.org, a nonprofit organization for everything from Alzheimer's to Parkinson's to dementia and all these conditions. And this is a very big deal. This is what you're going to notice with this. There is nothing energy-wise that you can take, like the 5-hour energy, those kind of things. This is literally instant. You take 1 teaspoonful 1 or 2 times a day in the morning, and then that 3 o'clock crash time, that's all you need of this product. And this is going to deliver these nutrients right across the blood-brain barrier in a couple of minutes, a couple seconds. So 70 to 80 seconds in your first pass of circulation. Enhance memory, improve mood. This is specifically formulated for brain function, neurological, and mental health. This really helps people with a lot of pain and inflammation too, because your body is using ATP, so much of your energy, to fix all the aches and pains in your body. So this is really helping that, increasing focus, energy, and cognitive performance. Now, the next product we have is an amazing hair scalp treatment product, 17 nano-sized ingredients, including copper peptides, vitamin B vitamins, essential amino acids for hair strengthening, scalp health, moisture and smoothness, heat protection, and increasing hair density. We have tons in 30 and 60 days. People are filling in their hair. That's one is just 30 days. Then we have one last product. It's called hers. This is the only product so far that has no glutathione in it. It has 10 nano-sized botanicals, adaptogens, and B vitamins. It was specifically formulated for women, but anyone can take this. There's no hormones in this at all. This is designed for women starting menstruation to postmenopausal. This is hormone balance at its best. We have all kinds of women testifying that they do not need other forms of hormone replacement or bioidenticals. This is really balancing it, especially when you add it on to the foundation, which is the glutathione NutraSwish. So this is going to help with bloating and cramps, PMS. It's going to support healthy hormone balance and help with hot flashes, night sweats, and these mood swings, even libido. A lot of women are reporting that. So probably because of the adaptogens, ashwagandha and maca. So as you can see, once you have the delivery system, it's endless what you can put through this technology. And we're just getting started. We only have 5 products. So we actually have many other products coming, one for just about any condition that you can think of. So instead of wanting this, people literally need this to maintain their health, recover quicker, and feel younger longer. So Numi's products are among the most advanced in the anti-aging, the skincare, health and wellness, the longevity, the biohacker, and the fitness industry. So we're covering like the entire world health and wellness. So people are going to be looking for a way to get this. And we're the only company in the world that has instant nutrient absorption and bioavailability directly into the cells. This is foundational. So the key to this technology is directly connected to residual income. The timing is ideal to get positioned right now and start generating residual income nationally and globally. And you can also get profit sharing, which means overrides in the 75 countries that we're in, even if you never know anybody in those countries. So it's built upon billions of dollars compounding over decades. We have a simple, proven system for you to leverage without changing a thing in your schedule. So think about this. Not only is this technology such a game changer, but you're able to position yourself ahead of the global market and tap into this additional income that compounds and grows geometrically and vertically. And the key is that we have a system that anybody can plug in and without any experience in sales, any experience in marketing, any health and wellness experience. You don't need to know anything. You don't need to know the ingredients. You don't need to know what the ingredients do. You don't need to know the technology. You don't need to know any of this stuff. And this is what leverage, and this is what I'm really trying to press it upon everybody. This is an invitation to take a look at the most significant breakthrough, the most effective, efficient, and economical form of nutrient delivery technology in the world. Okay, you're seeing it first before anyone even really knows this exists. All you are literally in a position to generate income without changing anything but making some introductions and connecting us with a select group of people like yourself that see the vision and the magnitude of what we have. We have training systems. It's so simple. It's 3 steps. It's NUMI 1, 2, 3, ABC. And we will literally show you word for word how to build your business. We will show you step by step how to do this around your existing schedule. If you can make a referral, you can make money in this business. We're at the beginning stages of launching in the United States and Canada. We're 4.5 years on the market. Okay, we're already in 75 countries. We're expanding to 100 countries in the next few years. And we also this is how we get paid. Our founder, Steve Scott, wanted to ensure that this business model offered the most generous compensation plan possible so members worldwide can benefit by referring other people and learn what he calls the biggest breakthrough he's ever discovered in his lifetime. Now, you remember, he's known as the breakthrough billion-dollar business builder. This was divinely inspired. This is a philanthropy act. He doesn't take a salary. This is a gift to humanity. Okay, so we get paid in 6 ways. and we get paid for referring customers that join. They enjoy the product the same price that we enjoy it for. We get paid for referring members. Like Kevin and myself, we had joined to be a team member to really bring this to the world. All we're doing is introducing it to people. Then we also have a professional reseller program that you can generate income from. Then you can get, this is why people are here. Residual income means you did something one time and you get paid over decades after decades. This is a multi-generational legacy business. We get 7% residual income for the rest of our lives, and it could be willed and donated and to it's beyond our lifetime. We also get monthly bonuses and the leadership and profit sharing. So there's three ways to get started. You can partner with us and join us as a team member completely free. You just buy the products you want for yourself, you refer others, and you keep going. Or you can join as a customer, and that is free too. You just join as a customer. All the products are 30 days money back guarantee, no questions asked. You also can join as a professional reseller. And a professional reseller is any qualified business in the United States and Canada. And I actually am one that Kevin and I lead this program where doctors, med spas, wellness centers, where they can buy it in bulk and then resell it to their patients and clients. So we have care homes, hospitals, franchises, med spas, fitness centers. Okay. If you know anybody that owns or manages any kind of center communities, okay, this is key. And then we have the hybrid program, and that is where a member joins and they also own a wellness center, say, or a doctor's office. They can actually enroll their office as their customer. So those are the ways that you can join. Now we have packages that range from $100 to $1,000. And the more you spend, the more you save. So every product is $50. And so the bare minimum would be the essential two products called the essential pack, and that's $100. And then a $300 pack gets you one free, a $500 pack gets you two free, a $1,000 pack gets you five products free. So as you can see, we are literally set up to be the most disruptive company in the health and wellness industry. So I wanted to take a break here in the recording and then stay on if you have some questions and you'd like to know a little bit further with us. So thank you for joining us, and I'm going to end the call. Okay.